the reason I've got you here is because I am being asked countless times a day why, bearing in mind we've all been quarantined for the last 3 or 4 weeks, 40% of the world's population has, why we can't see the next installment of the Grand Tour. So I thought I'd get you here and then you could explain. So why can't we watch it?
Well,
why don't you do it now?
Partly because we have been in quarantine. The world's wheels have come off.
Yeah.
And, I've not mentioned it much, but I have had the plague.
No, I'm interested though. You've been out of action for 10 days and we're glad you're all recovered.
Thank you.
But that's 10 days. We filmed it 4 months ago. So why can't we see it?
October, November, December, January, February, March.
More than 4 months.
6 months ago.
6 months?
Yeah. Okay. Well, even without a world pandemic, it takes a long time. But I mean, part of the problem is I'm not in the edit.
No.
Where, I've got everything I need in the edit. I can't.
Yeah, bologna, girls to pass you freshly carved sushi, endless restaurants nearby providing you with absolutely everything you want. This is the deal, ladies and gentlemen. James, Richard and I and the crews, we go out to really hot, difficult parts of the world with, as often as not, officials who are tricky at the best of times. We sleep in tents, we listen to one another snoring, we catch appalling diseases, we're bit by insects that even David Attenborough don't know exist. We come back, we bring our hard work back to Mr. Wilman, who then takes months of sitting in his agreeable Soho edit suite being passed sushi. That's what the problem is, isn't it?
Well, it's been a problem here now because I haven't just got a technical. I had to go to Tesco the other day to buy a microphone. I haven't eaten lunch for 3 weeks just because nobody's come in and went, we're off to Wagamama. And if I don't hear the words, I just don't eat. So
you're sitting at home.
Yeah.
And it slowed you down.
Yeah.
Because I think, I tried to explain it to some people last week, how complicated it is to edit an episode of the Grand Tour. And I don't think people get it. So, as I understand it, the average shooting ratio for a show in the world these days, what, 12-1? You shoot 12 hours for every hour you show?
Oh, well, yeah, something like that, I think.
500-1, is that what?
We're nearly 1,000-1.
No, we're 1,000-1.
Nearly 1,000-1. And can I just say, because you're going, where's the show?
Hang on, we shoot 1,000 hours for every hour you watch, which is twice as much as Attenborough shoots, and he's waiting for polar bears to come out of their holes.
Yeah, exactly.
So we come back with 1,000 hours of television, and you've got to edit that down to
an hour and a half.
Hour and a half.
Yeah.
And that's the time. Is that what the time is, the problem?
Well, part of the problem, can I just actually, in our defense, you're going on about like it takes a long time. Most of that 1,000 hours is you three talking.
Yeah.
Going on and on. Okay, right. This is the transcripts I printed out. Can everybody see that? Of you three, what you say in the car.
Right? Yeah, Madagascar.
Yeah, that's Madagascar. So you're driving along. If I can tell the viewers and the listeners, they do have off buttons for their microphones. I know for you technically that's an issue, but it's like they're never used. So you get 1,000 hours of footage, but about 100 is the big cameras, 900 is you three going blah blah blah, you shouting at cars.
Blah blah blah. I'm normally going, Hammond, you idiot, May, you imbecile.
No, what I like is the off button. Hammond uses this, but he gets it confused. So he'll switch it off when he's reviewing the car. And then when he's talking to Mindy about, I don't know, horse prices or of the rural bollocks, he's like, he's got it on. So anyway, the thing is, all that stuff that comes back, it takes, I've got it here, 5 weeks for it to go into the machines, right?
What?
5 weeks. It's all technical shit, don't ask me.
What sort of machine is it?
I know, it's Fred Flintstone. But it's 5 weeks because it's 4K and all that kind of stuff. It takes 5 weeks for all the stuff to go in before the editor can even access it. Then there's 5 weeks of him, you can't start cutting it then. 5 weeks of him breaking it down. So he's got to go through everything you lot say. He's got to take out James having fags, all that sort of stuff, you shouting at the car in front, all that stuff. And then he's got to match up all the cameras. You know, when you three are filming something and there's 3 cameras on you, all that clapperboard stuff, he's got to match them all up. That's another 5 weeks. But so there's 10 weeks of that before you can get going. And then it's Christmas. So we've got down tools. And then January, you start. Oh. And
I didn't. Christmas.
Hey, the life we live in that edit, you know, what are we going to do? And then, so it's like turkey sushi. And then we get back to work. And then there's probably 3 more months of shaping it, because as you well know, we set off without a script.
Yeah.
And then there's all the back and forth. And that's before Amazon get it. They keep it for 5 weeks.
So, all right then, let me just ask the question I know, because I've got the feed here on my other laptop.
Mm-hmm.
When do you think we can see the next installment?
Well, I think there's a little bit of good news. You and I are in the final strokes now with Madagascar, aren't we?
Yeah, well, I'm going to watch tonight the latest cut.
Yeah, so we're getting there with our bit. So we can give it to Amazon in a couple of weeks, 3 weeks. But then after that, ask Amazon.